With my co-host Kimberly over there. Hey, Kimberly. And you all are wondering who these other people are.
I know.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm sorry. I'm not going to tell you. But I'm so happy to have my beautiful friend back with us. Katina, what you got to say, girl?
I know, Katina.
It's good to be back
I know.
amongst family and friends.
Yes.
I'm so happy to see you, girl.
Thank you very much.
She's been on the show, had an awesome show with her.
Yes.
She has her own show now, and I'm just
She's
so
all over
proud of her.
TikTok.
She's such a good actress.
She is Elma. She's all over TikTok.
Oh,
There's no room for me.
Always.
I tell you, it's so good to bring people back on the show.
thank you.
Then we have, I call him the Deacon.
Yes.
The Deacon,
Yes.
this guy played in such a good part called the Deacon. Looking at him, he looked so friendly.
Yes.
But he was so mean on that show,
Yes.
the Deacon. Oh, he was mean. Oh, my God. He really acted like a Baptist deacon that put people out of the church.
Yes.
I tell you,
No
and I thought he
love,
was
no
so
love.
nice, Katina. I really did. Till I saw him on Blind Trauma, wasn't it? Yes. When I saw him on Blind Trauma, no. I don't like the deacon, but I like Beau though. I like Beau. We're so happy to have Beau Thompson on the show. I like Beau, but I don't like the deacon.
I know, right?
Okay, Beau, and you want to introduce?
Your guest.
I didn't get her name, but you didn't introduce her to
Well,
me.
you know, I'm always stupid.
Okay, Deacon.
Jennifer Polaric, she plays our villain in Lotus.
Oh no, she's a bad person too.
All these
All
villains.
these bad people. Okay, Jennifer, thank you for being here. And
I am Becca Spencer. I also play a bad person.
oh God, I'm surrounded by bad people tonight. Oh my God. Deacon was bad. Wait a minute. Are you bad in the other show too?
No, I was the director.
Oh, so you're not in this.
No, no.
There you go. Behind the
They may
scenes.
say I'm evil, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whew, I was thinking now I got two on the, three by me bad. I'm finna leave the show. But I got Katina, so are you bad on the show?
I'm a good person.
Oh, look, can we put her on the end?
Oh, wow. I should have put her by Bo is here now.
Yes.
But you all are going to hear from them. But before we get started, I'm going to need some scripture.
Yes.
I'm going to need some script. Kim, you supposed to be getting ready to do the script. Oh, but she waiting on the other oldest.
I don't mess with that oldest.
Oh, you ain't mess with that
That
oldest.
oldest run stuff.
That will run stuff out. Okay, Kimberly is going to do our scripture walk tonight, which we always like to start with Philippians 1:6, which it tells you to always finish what you start. And tonight we're going to hear some stuff that I hope y'all finish. Okay, and one thing I'm going to tell Bo and them on this show, don't ever give up on your dreams. I think you all are doing an awesome job. So if you feel like throwing up or quitting and throwing in the towel, go and see Cortina. She'll put y'all back in line, okay? I think you can do that.
Yes,
Will she
yes.
do it?
Yeah,
And she got
absolutely.
such a beautiful face.
Oh, thank you.
My God, that's a beautiful woman. I
Thank
tell you,
you.
I'm so proud to know her. I am, and I really hate that I did miss your premiere. Tell me a little bit about it.
Oh.
Oh, it was wonderful. So my movie Daddy came out over the summer.
Oh, did it?
Yes.
Where can I see it?
Well, now it's on the Zandra TV network. And if you have Roku or you have Apple TV or you have Amazon Fire Stick, anywhere a
Okay.
streaming platform,
Okay.
go to the little icon where you add a channel, just like you would add Tubi or any other thing, and just type in Zandra TV network.
Okay.
The network comes up. You'll see my talk show,
Okay.
and also my movie Daddy that is free on demand.
Okay.
And then it's live every Saturday at 6 p.m. And then it has it has spots where it comes on throughout the week as well.
Oh, I gotta go and see
Absolutely.
Daddy. I gotta go and
Yeah.
see Daddy. So
That's
y'all
excellent.
tune in to her
Yeah.
talk show.
And Bo is on it.
And Bo is on what?
Bo's in Daddy.
Oh, really?
right.
Bo, you didn't tell me you was. What is he playing in Daddy? Another
Yeah,
villain.
he did. Yeah.
I just throw in the towel on Bo. Bo, I think you like playing.
Dirty guy.
well, I get the bad guy roles. I don't get the
I
good
know
guy.
because
I
his face is so
know.
innocent. You know, you can't get somebody that got a crooked face to play a crooked person. Bo, I bet you good because you were good in the Deacon.
He's good.
If I had to give you, what is that they have, Grammy, I'd give you a Grammy on that
Grammy
one.
award.
I mean, he played that one. So
Oscar
he's in
goes-
Daddy
the
too.
Oscar.
I
Oh,
have
yeah.
to see Daddy.
Yes.
I have to see it, but they sure make you play the villain, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He does
Lord,
so
I
well.
tell you. Okay, so tonight we're here to talk about two shows, right?
Right.
One is named
Lotus
Lotus.
and the other's Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, so which one are we gonna talk about first?
Lotus, I guess.
Okay,
'cause it was
Lotus.
filmed first.
Okay, so who wrote Lotus and directed Lotus?
I wrote Lotus and Beau directed.
All right, so you're the writer
I'm
of
the writer.
Lotus.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so I just saw a little clip. I don't want to see it till after the show because you all are gonna I'm gonna pick y'all brain. I know y'all gonna do me like Theo. You gotta watch it first. You gotta watch it
know,
first.
right?
You know. So okay, tell me, you're the writer of the show.
Yes.
So how did you come up with Lotus? Why did you name the movie Lotus?
Okay. I came up with Lotus after watching a Netflix documentary.
Okay.
So the film, it deals with themes of human trafficking. Something I'm very
really?
passionate about talking about.
Yes,
advocating
yes,
against.
yes. I like that.
And so this documentary was about this young boy in California who was unfortunately murdered by his mother and her boyfriend. And I wanted to talk on a subject matter of what would allow a mom to allow that to happen to her child.
Yes.
So I wrote this back in 2019. Did it in class with her, acting class. That's how we know each other.
Oh, okay, Jennifer and you.
Jennifer.
Okay.
And we, everyone loved it. They wanted to know what happened next. So we expanded it into a short film and produced it in 2022. Yeah, in 2022 we produced it. I named it Lotus because I love what the lotus represents.
Okay, tell me what lotus represents.
So the lotus is a flower that it grows in mud. So it starts out as a seed under mud and dirt and rocks.
Ooh.
And it has to go through all of that hardship to go up to surface on
Into
the
the
water
top. Yeah.
as a lily on the pond.
Yeah.
So it represents the story that our main protagonist goes through, all the hardship to come out on the other side, hopefully to find a better life.
Now, you say human trafficking?
Yes.
Is this part of the movie?
Yes, it is.
Okay, it's gonna be dealing with human trafficking.
Yes, yes. So it's nothing explicit, but yeah, Jennifer, when I first approached her about it, because she's a mom,
She mean?
and she is in the movie. She's the sweetest person in real life.
Y'all pick it good. I tell you, she doesn't even look like she could
No.
play a mean person.
Well, that was my
Like you don't
worry,
look like you can either.
because she's a mom, and I'm like, is this going to be too hard to play this type of person? And dealing with the parents are
Right.
the actress. She's 15 in the film, and I think she's 16. And
17.
she was 17 in real life. So yeah,
So it's gonna be her daughter that's gonna,
it's my daughter.
okay, your daughter.
My daughter, and she is the trafficker. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
So you the human trafficker?
Mm-hmm.
You old. You're not gonna get a pickle from me.
I'm gonna take one of those home.
I mean, a grape from me. No, but it sounds so interesting
Yeah.
because this human trafficking is so out there now, and it's so scary for teenagers. You know, even the boys and the girls, they're human
Both
trafficking.
boys
right
and
now.
girls.
And it's serious. That's a serious
absolutely.
thing. So this should catch a lot of attention when people watch Lotus.
Absolutely.
And I hope it's an eye opener for them.
I hope so. It's a serious issue.
Yeah, it is a serious issue.
And Dallas is #1
Yes.
for
Yes.
the most trafficked people coming through our state.
Right.
So that's
You're
another
right.
reason I wanted to touch on it. And I
That's
casted
good.
Jennifer because people think human traffickers look a certain way.
Way,
I'm like,
right.
no.
I like
A
that.
lot of the trafficking happens in the nice areas, in the suburbs,
Yes,
because
you're
no one
right.
really suspects
Would
that.
suspect that.
So yeah.
You know, they did a segment not too long ago here in Fort Worth. I think it was Fort Worth, may have been Fort Worth and Dallas with the human trafficking. And they were showing them where everybody think that they're in this area, but they're over in this area
Yep.
because they don't think that they would do that.
Correct.
And the places that they go to, they don't think that. But it's a serious thing, and I'm so glad that my young men are grown now because I saw 2 teenagers today. And I was thinking, I said, they're walking the streets, they look, and they already look grown. Some of them look so grown,
They
like you
do.
think they're 20 years old. They
Right.
dress so grown and provocative. And I'm thinking, gosh, these kids could be picked up at any time.
Absolutely.
And that is so scary because of the way they dress and how they carry themselves.
They won't know till it's too late.
Right. And they're so vulnerable because you can call them over and talk to them, and before you know it, they done put that stuff over and put them in the car and drive off.
Absolutely.
Well, that's why we got a lot of information from the FBI, and so we wanted it as accurate as possible.
That's good.
So there's the FBI warning before the movie even starts and gives a number. The thing is, it's kind of funny, people are enjoying the movie.
Yes.
They're like, I can't watch it again. But at the festival, when it ended, it was dead silent because people didn't know whether to applaud or not because it was so real.
Yeah, that's a response so
And
far.
that's what you want.
Yeah. At first, I'm like, man, is it bad? No one's clapping, because everyone would clap after the other movies would film. But every time, like I think twice now, when our movie shows, it's dead silent. But I guess that is the response we want because
But they'll come up later
Yeah.
and, tell, everybody did a good job.
Right. And it's so clear.
thank you.
I mean, it's really clear. I mean, it's almost as clear as my show. See how
It's beautiful.
clear
That
it
is
is?
very clear. Actually, it's beautiful.
But you
And I
know,
love-
when you think about that, you probably, when they was watching it, if they're thinking, this could be my
Yes.
child.
Yes.
This could be my niece, this could be my, nephew, or whatever. I have a coworker, you know of Kim, that her son has never been, they have never found his body or anything. And this is going on, 5 or 6 years, And he was walking home from work. She was
Wow.
talking to him, and he was walking home from work down in San Antonio area. And she haven't heard from him. They've been
sad.
still looking for him. She don't know what happened, if it was human trafficking or drug or anything. She doesn't know. When I talked to her, she was on my show too, and she was talking about how that is so devastating that you don't know.
Absolutely, yeah.
And she still doesn't know. She,
It may never know.
may never
That's
know.
like the worst part.
Well, and that's why we want to play Jennifer.
Oh, and yeah, that's
Jen-
true.
Yeah.
Well, because the character's background is a drug dealing, pedophile,
Yes.
trafficker, because only 3% are women.
Right.
And I was talking to somebody, one of the agents, and said, a male might get help, but a female won't get help.
Wow.
Because they think they're nurturing. They think they're making her more able to survive in society.
Uh-huh.
And so it's creepy.
Wow.
Also Cynthia, our talk show.
Yeah, one of our talk show hosts, she's been missing about,
Wow.
3 or 4 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was she just out walking or out
She,
and about? Or?
the last time I talked to her, she was supposed to have been bringing her son over here for Bible study. It was in February, coming up. And he just said that she left. They found her vehicle down towards past Waco, Granville, Texas, I think. Something right past Waco. But what was so strange about it, they didn't find the vehicle till after they put it on the news. So that make you wonder,
Okay.
so what's going on?
Right.
The ice storm is when they found it on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Oh, that big
Remember
ice
the
storm
big
we
ice
had.
storm?
Yeah, and so
Wow.
we still haven't, the last contact, the sons don't know nothing, the mom is still trying to find her. So we don't know if she's in that or whatever, but it still bothers us because of the fact that we don't know where she is.
Correct.
We've been praying that she'll walk through the door and we can hug her and whatever, but that is so, especially when it's your child or even a friend.
Yes.
But our coworker is still bothering her because she never know.
Right.
And
She
that's the
still don't
biggest
know.
thing.
Yeah, we don't know if he's
Don't know.
alive or, if they
Or
hold
worse.
him or he dead because they still have him. But they still, every year, I think, they still go and put him out there again. They
Yeah.
still go and search and
Have to.
everything, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping that she will get some
She
news.
like never give up.
Never
Yes.
give up.
Yeah.
And I never experienced that and pray to God that I don't ever do that. But I think this is awesome that you all are making a movie talking about this.
Oh, yeah, and it has to be addressed. It's just like, she took on, you gotta have the bad guy, because those are bad people.
That's right, they are.
And she brought the character to life. I mean, she'll stun you several times. And we actually have a scene in the movie where it's really Becca recovering from the scene.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
our camera person, Carissa Litch, she kept filming.
Yeah.
Oh,
And she was so drained, and it looks like part of the role, but
That was hard.
that's how deep
I'm
she
sure it was
was
hard
into
for
it.
you. That summer, that was like the hottest summer. Okay, we shot in June 2022 when it was like triple digits for 3 months
Ooh,
that
it was
year.
hot, yes.
So we were sweating. We had
Uh-huh.
to turn off the AC in the motel we were in because sound. We were hot.
It was hot, huh?
But that was a draining scene because I have family members who suffer from drug addiction and
Oh,
things like that. So I had things to draw upon from what I've seen. And it was important for me, even though my character does horrible things, it was important for me to show someone with addiction. They don't just arrive there. People aren't made into villains,
Right.
or born villains.
Right, that's
we don't
true,
want-
that's
yeah.
true.
So, absolutely, even you, like
Well,
your character
yeah,
is.
'cause, the thing about what Jen was doing, you could buy her as a very bad person, but she left people shocked how
From-
could somebody be that cold? And the way she looks at Simone, this girl can be creepy.
Yeah, she
Really?
can. She can.
So you playing the human trafficker? So you are going out getting the kids or what? How
She was
do you-
given to me.
Yeah, traded for her.
They trade the kids for?
She, in this
For dr-
instance, she was given to me.
Oh, okay.
For
From
drugs.
the-
Because she
from
wanted
her.
drugs.
Oh, okay. So you gave your child to her because she was on drugs.
Yeah, so we wanted to show how easily it
It
is
is.
for these situations to happen
That's
with human
good.
trafficking.
That's good.
So that was the
And I don't mean it
motivation.
ugly, like she just handed her over, but it's like, it's weird how that addiction is so strong that you just
Yes.
kind of, it was easy. It wasn't easy, but it was like I knew.
That you could get her to do that. So how old is the girl that you're getting from her?
She was 15. I
15.
think she was 16
So
in
did
real
you
life.
know her in the movie? Did you know her? Or you just met her?
I met her day of, first day
Were
of
you
set.
giving her drugs?
No.
Well, the thing about it is, we don't show anything graphic.
No, nothing
No.
explicit, yeah.
Because audiences will think a lot worse than what it
Right.
really
That's what I like
They
about
already
this, too.
thinking in their mind anyway, because I'm thinking in my mind right now that I'm finna fight her over here.
Right.
No, I'm just, I'm gonna be like Kimberly. Wait, let me tell you like Kimberly. When we had this other guy on the show, I can't think of his name right now. He does plays, right? And you remember? And Kimberly was getting all upset because the guy was telling him what was going on. She said, "I want to beat him up now."
I'll tell you
But
the-
you got me really want to look at this. Go ahead. That's what I
Oh,
want y'all to
The
do.
biggest compliment we got was, like I said, I know some FBI agents that were helping, and the one who was really helping us was traffic. She didn't want to go to the traffic, so
Okay.
they just decided at the computer, well, their boss who's in charge
Okay.
of human trafficking, and said, why don't you sit down? When it was over, they were both silent, and he says, that's too damn real.
Wow.
And that's like,
Y'all really did a good
Yes,
job there.
yes.
I'm glad he's showing clips of it on here. So you playing this, and you got her child. I know y'all gonna watch this on because this is really, I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling this. It feels like I'm part of it. So you're taking a 15-year-old girl and human trafficking her. It's a lot goes into that.
oh, yeah.
There's a lot that goes into that.
Prostitution and all of that.
And she originally had a little boy that was supposed to come over, but they canceled on her.
Oh, wow.
She was not happy about it.
And you making money too, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm making money.
You're making good money. Oh, wow. This is so interesting that y'all are doing this.
Well,
I mean, this is a bold thing to actually do this, to capture the people's attention, to let people know that this is real.
Yes.
You all need to go and see Lotus. This is
Yes,
gonna be
please do.
good.
well, the thing is, we jokingly, but it's not really a joke.
No,
is
it's
we call
not.
it, no, I'm talking about how we look
Yeah.
at things.
Uh-huh.
We like to study the dark side of the human animal.
Yes. That's,
And that's when everybody goes, oh, okay.
but you're making it so real
Yeah.
that the people can actually feel it.
So they're shocked.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be thinking at the same time. So this is also gonna make the audience aware and to protect their children at the same time.
And like I heard a story the other day that they raided a house in Plano, and everybody was
Yes.
like, "We live in a nice neighborhood." I'm like, "Yeah,
Right.
you
Nice
do."
areas, exactly.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just don't know.
You don't know. And then you got the suicide rate in these nice areas. You be like, this is my neighbor, and now they done killed themselves. I never would have
Right.
thought that. So this is my neighbor, and now they got a whole bunch of kids over here, human trafficking, and you don't know that.
Don't know.
You know, you thinking the kids are going in there, they happy and all that, they miserable.
Right. And
You know.
we wanted to bust the image, like it's not just on the bad side of town or
Right.
whatever. And oftentimes it's teachers, it can be the people doing these crimes, it could be
Yeah.
a judge,
That's right.
a teacher, people in
Yes.
authority that you think are supposed to protect you
Right.
are actually
And the
like, yeah.
policemen could be doing it too. You
Correct.
know,
Oh,
you got
yeah.
the Remember, I don't know if you all saw this on the, it was up, I think, in Wiley, Texas, where the superintendent was entertaining the, what you call it, on the kids, 14 years old.
Oh, yeah.
He
Oh,
had
I
set up
remember
a day,
that.
really, it
I
was on there.
remember that.
And he was gonna drive to Houston to see this little 14-year-old girl.
Yes.
And he's a superintendent, they fired him too, and I was glad, they called him and everything. He's a superintendent of the school,
Right.
and he's doing this.
Yeah. And what's sad about, like, her character, she probably will never get caught.
That's scary,
Yeah, that's what's good, because, first of all, she doesn't look it.
that's right.
Secondly, she's smart and clever how she does it. And so there's a really good chance, because where's your witness? A
Right.
drug-addicted mother. Well, that's,
Well, who cares about a drug-addicted mother?
right.
That's another thing you look at. She didn't love her kid anyway, so maybe the kid better off with her. You know, I can make some money off of the kid if that, because she doesn't care. So the mother, so addicted to drugs.
Yes, she's so in her addiction that, and you see in the movie, like a moment between them, but my character is so in her addiction that
You really playing the part
yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah, she couldn't even open the switchblade, she was so,
Jittery, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
And just looking at you, I can't even picture you playing that part.
She asked me, we came to
I
set.
tell you.
She came out of makeup and I was like, she goes, why are you looking at me like that? I was like, I just, I was like,
So was she really looking like a drug-addicted
she
person?
was.
Wow.
Yeah, our makeup artist,
That's good.
shout out to you, Natasha. You did a
Yes.
great job.
Oh,
She did a
wow.
great job.
Did.
That is
with
awesome.
makeup. Yeah.
My God, that is scary. Thank you for putting this movie out there. That's from my other co-host, Linda, that wasn't able to make it tonight.
And see, the thing is, I don't want to make people afraid because I know we got to live our lives and all
Yeah.
that. But my goal is to make you aware.
Yes.
You
That's
know,
the
that's,
good
you
part
know,
right there.
I don't want people to be afraid of people, but be aware.
It's like
Gotta
a
know
warning.
your surroundings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's good, though.
Like,
Yeah.
because we were talking, me growing up, I walked to the public pool. It wasn't
I'd
close
walk
to
to the
my
grocery
house.
store.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we walked
No
in the
problem.
store by
Right.
ourselves, just the kids sitting there,
Right.
because the store was a little country store.
Right.
And I'm in the woods. Kildare, Texas. Hill one and that on the telly. Nothing but woods up
Yes.
there. And we walking long distance, and then we out at night.
Yes.
Nobody think about picking up
No.
kids.
No.
Most of them didn't want the kids no way. And everybody in the community was everybody mom.
Yes.
Everybody whooped all our behind, so who gonna steal a kid? But nowadays, you
It's
always
crazy.
hearing it on the
Yeah.
news.
Everybody's on their social
Yes.
media and not even paying attention.
And
Right.
then that, what is that, the alert, that child alert thing?
Amber Alert,
Amber
yeah.
Alert, everybody, and I'm like, who wanna steal people's kids?
Right.
Who
Very
wanna
sick
take
people.
them? But you never know, like you say, they're taking them to make money off of them, and they mess up these kids mentally. Even if they get away, they messed up
It's
trauma.
mentally. And then they gotta regroup and try to know themselves, but look at all the abuse, if they make it out.
If
That's
they
the
make
thing,
it
if
out,
they
right.
make it out.
But then if they do make it out, or where are they going from there? Do you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yes. Because they mentally disturbed.
Or if you're brought up in that, where are you going with it?
That's right.
Well, that's why
You know what
the
I'm saying?
female pedophiles, to them, they're nurturing them.
Yes.
They're raising them to survive. So they feel justified.
Right. And then they end up catering to them.
Right. Grooming them.
Oh, yeah, they're not gonna hurt me. They love me and all this.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, it's effective.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the reason why it's so easy to grab them. I was so glad that they found the little girl that was at the Mavericks.
Yes,
her.
that was big
Yes.
news. I remember
Yes,
that.
I was
Yes.
so glad, but I still didn't understand why would she take that chance to go
Right.
with them, you know, but they are so vulnerable and they think this and they can tell them anything, but I'm so glad that the parents got her back.
Absolutely.
You know, so
Yeah.
you wrote this. How long
Yes.
did it take you to write it?
I wrote it in a day. So
You wrote the whole movie in a day?
I wrote the script in a day, and then so we were gonna film this in
Wow.
2020, and then COVID happened. So we were delayed for 3 years about, but that was perfect because it gave me time to rewrite and hone it, and save money so we could hire the best people to do this. So if it's a project I'm passionate about, and this was a
Yes,
short too,
yes.
I can do it and pretty, because I
It just
see
come
it.
to
I
you.
see it, and I just write
Yes,
it.
and you just
There's
start
some
writing.
projects that take me way longer. So this one, I got lucky with this
But
one.
what was so
But
great about her is she handed her baby to me.
The mean
to
deacon.
me,
That was
Okay.
that was my first film to direct.
Oh, good.
And I had such wonderful actors. It made it easier.
Well, where did y'all find Jennifer?
On
I
the
know you say
street.
you met her in the school, but where did you find her to come in to play to play this
Like,
part?
so we're in class together, and from the very beginning, we knew she needed to be the bad guy.
Okay.
Because she's got she's got two kids, and she
Oh,
worries
you
about
got-
them.
yeah, okay.
And so,
Yeah.
well,
with that intensity.
but also she goes fully in. She's fearless in her acting. She will commit to something and go full on and take risks, and
Wow.
so that's why like it has to be her, because I know she will commit to it if she's on board, and she'll be fearless.
It was
She'll go all the
fantastic.
way to where it needs to go.
I'm not gonna say what she said, but I was pushing her, to see, now the crew doesn't know we know each other.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I'm pushing her, and she gets mad, and she screams at me, and they don't know, so they're looking at me. She yelled at the driver. But you know what? She came back the very next scene.
Hit it. But let me ask you this, like you say you have two children, and you playing this human trafficking part. How did that affect you, playing this part, and you have two children that's out there? Are they young children or what?
They're now 5 and 8.
Okay, you have, because they could get 5 and 8 year olds. So you're playing this bad person in the movie, and you have two children at home. Is that the reason why you can play it so good? Because you know you don't want nobody to get your children, or,
It's kind of both awareness, but also like, you ain't touching my kid.
okay?
I'll go down fighting, you know what I mean?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about,
And
okay?
just to be able to bring that awareness, but also learning and knowing your environment and being able to hone it in and teach your kids certain things. But it messes with you having,
That's what I'm thinking.
Messes with you.
You have two children and you playing this part, but it's also gonna make you really protective around them. Because you actually playing this part, you wrote the part that she's playing, right?
Yes, yes.
And I twisted it.
That's, oh, you
Yeah,
twisted it.
he twisted it a little bit after he spoke to his FBI friend.
Okay.
We honed in some of her character a little bit more.
Oh, wow.
But it's hard. Even writing it
I know
sometimes, it's
it.
hard to go. It's because when I wrote the first draft, I'm like, how dark do we need to go? How much do we need to show? Like, I don't want to be too explicit because there's a
Yeah.
child in this, you know,
Yeah.
even if they're 15. And that's when the audience imagination will decide what happens next. But there's a lot that went into like, how much should I show? How much should not show? How
Right.
far can I go? I was worried about Paris, the actress, even though she's 17, she was still minor.
She
Yes.
is so beautiful.
She
She's
is.
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Nominated as Best
And
Actress at one festival.
She's amazing. I had her mom involved. I'm like, if there's anything, even her, I'm like, if at any point you're not comfortable with this, tell me, we can stop, because your mental health and your well-being is
Yes.
way more important than a movie to me. So it was important to take care of the actors, because
Because she
it's
had to
dark
really
material.
get into that.
Yeah.
Into that role to play that child
Right.
part. Wow.
And see, it's just like, we had an excellent armorer, Tony Ferguson, and he was working with her about, no, you would stand here if you were really empowered at that moment, and so forth. And so,
things you don't even think about, you know what I mean? Because you're not
Yeah.
built, I don't do that, so it's like, oh yeah. So
That is
it's
something.
interesting.
we just had great people.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know it. One of the ladies said, can't wait to see it. Wishing prosperity for all you guys and many more to come. See,
Thank you.
that's what we want you all to, can't wait to see it.
Yes.
That's it.
Thank
Now, what did Katrina play in? Oh, she didn't play
we
in
gotta
this
talk
one.
about Goodbye.
She's in
Oh, she's in
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He wrote that one.
I
Oh, you wrote that one.
And directed it.
And directed that one. Okay. So you wrote
I wrote Lotus.
Okay.
I acted in it. He wrote and directed Goodbyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good. I can't wait to see it. So when do you think Lotus is gonna come out?
It depends.
Okay.
If we qualify in the A&E, it'll come out on, like I said, Amazon, Roku, and Apple Plus.
Okay.
That's got to get there, but they're judging it now.
Oh, good. We
And-
pray that it
and-
get
and
that.
Goodbyes.
If not, we need to
Goodbyes
talk
is in
to,
the same one.
we need to talk to, Ms. Cortina about Zandra Network.
That's
too.
right, that's right. There's gonna be a place for it.
But we're going. We're pre-production for our next one. And our really big goal, if we can find the backers, is to make, a feature.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome. So how long is Lotus?
Lotus is about 12 minutes
Yeah, they're a little
with
over.
credits, or a little over. We just had a screening at the Denton Black Film Festival this past weekend, and it's still on their website for streaming.
yeah.
But then, once we're done with our festival run, we're in talks on where to put it next, so everyone can watch it.
Wow.
And it's same for Goodbyes.
Yes.
Good. So why can't we stream it on my show?
Because it's not officially
Once
released yet.
it's released, we can.
Okay,
Yeah,
once
we
it
would
get
love
released,
to.
we would
We'd
love for
to.
you to let us stream it on
Absolutely.
our show.
Absolutely.
We
I
will
would love
actually
that.
put it on there and let people look at it on our show.
Amazing.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes.
And then the other film, Goodbyes, is dark and twisted too.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna hold up on that one. We're gonna do Fashion by Kim, and then we're gonna come back and talk about Goodbye. You ready, Kimberly? Let's do your Fashion by Kimberly. People already asking, will this preview? So we gonna have to get it out there, y'all. Come on, Kimberly, do your Fashion by Kimberly.
Okay, y'all, I got all comfortable listening.
I love her. All right, I love that purse. I don't say how she
Okay,
walk, no shoes.
so
I love them. I was like, I love
I'm
your
going
shoes.
to
I like
have
the
a Michael Kors
I don't think
snakeskin bag
Isn't that
gold.
beautiful? That jacket is beautiful.
and my beaded jacket, y'all. I don't know where I'm going.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear what Beau said?
What did Bo say? What did Bo say?
Tell her, Beau, what you said, Beau. What did you say, Beau?
How so elegant and creative and original.
What? Did he say elegance? Well, thank you,
it.
Bo. Thank you, Bo. Come on up here
And
and dance
she's
with me,
going
Bo.
to
Come
do,
on.
We're gonna have a fashion show just for Kimberly. We're gonna do a fashion show because she has the most beautiful clothes and everything. So, but
I go
anyway,
shopping.
thank you,
Thank
Kimberly.
you, thank
We
you,
love
thank you.
it.
I go shopping and my husband doesn't know about things.
Yeah, but we get to see it sometime before Keith.
Look, he's watching wrestling like
Oh, that's right. He don't get
Otis,
to
him
see
and
it
Otis.
till Tuesday. We tell Keith
He won't see the
come
show
on
till Tuesday.
So we can see all the stuff before he see
He
it.
don't even see nothing.
Yeah, and also we want to do a shout out to Nettie Boo Pickles.
Oh, yeah.
You all need to try Nettie Boo Pickles. You can go on her website. It's called
Yes.
Nettie Boo Pickle, and she even make pickle
Yes.
grapes. And now she does candied apples, and she does pickled pineapples. What is candied
candied
pineapple, candied pickles. And she makes pickles. She does watermelon pickles, all kind of pickles. Yes, she does a lot of. You all go on there and support her. She's very reasonable. I love it. I'm going home and eat all these little grapes. Have y'all ever heard of candied grapes?
Never.
Never heard of candied grapes. But anyway, a shout out to you again.
I know,
Antoinette
she's good.
Smiley is her name, and her business is Nettie Boo Pickles. So go and follow. I just wanted to give a shout out because we always like to help businesses.
Sweetheart.
Okay, so he put it up there. Thank you. There it is, Nettie Boo commercial. We love to do shout out. Okay, so now we're going to see what my friend over here with her little beautiful self. Okay, so tell me a little bit about Goodbye. This is another movie, right?
Yes, and
Okay.
it's dark too. It is about things people don't want to
Wait a
talk
minute,
about.
when you say it's dark, what does that mean?
You'll find out.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, he's a film again. You'll find out. Okay, come on, let's talk about it.
What the premise is
Okay.
an interracial couple has to fight for everything.
You're right.
You know.
I had one on my show.
Yeah, and they fight until this couple runs into something they can't fight. He has no.
Wait a minute. She's married to.
A white guy. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Good Tina, you married to a white guy? Oh my God. I gotta see that. Okay,
The
go
chemistry was fantastic.
ahead. Oh,
Yes.
you got chemistry too?
Yes.
Oh, Oh, wow.
But what it was about is it had that stage stroke. So,
Oh, he had a stroke.
yeah, his
Did
brain's
she give
intact.
him the stroke?
No, it's actually from a feature I wrote.
Oh,
he had the
I thought
stroke at
she
their
did.
oldest son's funeral.
Oh, what?
He had the stroke at their son's funeral.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
the short takes place about 6 months later.
Oh,
And I interviewed people that had that type of stroke, you know, where, and their mind's attacked. They hate that people just ignore them.
oh, okay.
Treat them like a piece of furniture, but they still have all the emotions, how that. And so here's this couple who love each other very much, and they have
loves him.
2 great kids. Unfortunately, one passed away, but now you can't fight it. It's not going to stop.
Okay.
And he's aware that his body's falling apart and everything else, and she is being that strong wife, mother, and trying to keep the household going and in peace. And it finally comes to where she has to make a very tough and horrible decision.
Really? She can play some good acting. She can.
Oh, I pushed her.
Did you push her too? Not Katina, because Katina used to acting. You didn't have to push her too much, did you?
It was really tough. I try to stay away from roles that are, I love dark, and I would say I love it, but I love the awareness and some of the places that your mind can take you.
Right.
But I tend to stay away from things that would bring my energy low, or that would make me feel negative or down.
Yes.
And so I'm always doing something upbeat and
Yes,
happy and something
yes,
exciting. And so taking on this role was tough because I knew it would take me to a dark place that
Oh, yeah.
that I stay away from.
Yes.
And because of the subject of this, and I don't want to give away too much, but in order for me to do the role effectively,
Right.
I had to take myself to some places that I never go. I had recently lost a cousin who had taken his own life. And
This is
so,
real. This is
yes,
in
in
real-
real life,
Okay, so
to
you
prepare
did.
for the role.
Oh.
So he had taken his own life, and in order to, like you said, I went to my car, and I had to go into a space to really gear up for what I was going to have to go through. And I remember I had to go in and do a scene, and I had to take a bullet. And I took that bullet as I was waiting. You know, they were setting up cameras, and I began to hit my forehead with that bullet over and over. And just that feeling of, you know, I had to go that deep,
Right.
where I had to feel what that bullet would feel like hitting against my. And as soon as they were ready, I put the bullet down, and then went and did the scene. And I was just in this place that is just, you know, it's a very powerful film. It's something, like I said, I would have never tackled it, but I love Beau so much, and I really trusted him. I knew it was going to be tough. He warned me he was going to be a tough director,
I know.
and I was going to hate his guts, and I was a glutton for pain, and I said, okay, because I knew he would pull something out of me that I've never experienced, and he did. He did.
But you not, wait a minute, now the part where your nephew, what was that?
My cousin.
Your cousin. Did
Very
he,
young.
Now that's in real life.
Yes, he was in the military. And he was coming from San Antonio, and he was going to my hometown to see my parents. And on his way there, he stopped about midway and called them and apologized to him, and then they called him. I guess he called the military police, and they knew to come, and they found him almost immediately and called around to different ones.
And so he had taken his life.
Yes. And it was only months before I did this movie. So it kept me, unfortunately, in a dark place for a long
Yes.
time, even after we wrapped, the film was over, back to happy times. It took me a very long time to get out of a slump that I was in, and it just took me it took a while to recover.
Recover from that.
Yeah, just from the film. Aside from the cousin, just things that I experienced in the film made me just so. It took some doing.
But you just did Daddy, right? So
And on top of that,
That's what
I
I'm
did
saying.
my
You
own
did-
life story.
I-
It was a
yeah,
tough
that's what I was
year.
thinking, because you did Daddy, because Daddy was about you. Because you
Right.
talked about it on our show about Daddy. And how
Exactly.
Daddy affected you, and then you going into this.
Into that.
Ooh,
It was, yeah.
yes.
And so I always tend to stay upbeat and very happy. And so I had to do a lot of that, be around my kids a lot, just embrace things and to let myself, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And it took some doing, but yeah, it was tough.
Because you have to feel the part.
Definitely.
You have to
I couldn't
really-
be surface.
Yes.
I'm pretty good at being surface and doing these
Yeah,
acts.
but that one was-
And Beau, he was determined to pull something more from me than just, trip over something and pretend I fell. He wanted to pull something from me that I've never done before. So I always appreciate him for that.
I can't wait to
Because
see
it's
Goodbye.
yeah, I can't even give too much away about the film, but yeah, it's one that's
It's a
going
good
to.
one, huh?
Well, the
it's a
thing is,
thriller.
I didn't audition, but she's who I wanted. I didn't want anybody else.
So you knew she could play this part.
Yeah, and I knew I'd have to push her.
Oh,
Here's the thing about her. She's a fantastic actress.
yes, she is.
But I'm telling you, in Goodbyes,
She
knocked
totally
the
different.
she knocked the ceiling off with that.
Wow.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
And then she played the human trafficker in Lotus. I
She
tell
plays
you,
my daughter in Goodbye.
Yeah, she's in Goodbyes.
She played what?
She plays my daughter. So I'm married to this white guy, and she's our daughter.
Wow. So are you going through the hurt too with your mom, or?
I'm going through the hurt, and it's interesting because I think even John, the guy that plays her husband, he
John
he
Tennessee.
lost his father.
yeah, with that
wow.
type of stroke.
Oh, really? So that's the reason why
yeah.
you wrote it like that? Or?
No, I'd already
It's
wrote it.
coincidence.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
I
you
know
didn't know he? Oh,
until
wow.
we casting.
Yeah, and
So he could really play that part.
The two most impressive things of
Golly,
all
this
of
is
this
awesome.
that I can't forget
Yeah.
was the argument between her and her daughter, and it was for real.
Ooh, y'all acted that out.
I would say
Oh, it
that
was
my favorite
tough.
part was when she said, "Don't disrespect me in my house."
Oh, you don't do that in no black woman
that's what I
house,
said. That's
baby.
what I told him.
Yeah,
That's how a black mama will act.
no,
Okay,
no,
Like, my mom would slap
Cause she be better.
She would.
Backhand lick,
She'll
bam.
She'll get a switch. She'll
Yeah.
smack me. She'll do
No. So she talking back to the mom?
Yeah, she stopped.
Ooh, I know Katina played that part.
Oh,
Yeah.
And the other part that just broke my heart in a good way. Matter of fact, while we were filming it, that shot on the poster was from that part of the movie, from those takes. And
wow.
completely without planning, the chemistry was.
Awesome, huh?
And that moment was so intimate, so personal.
Yes.
And it came off, as soon as I saw it, I said, that's our poster.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then that's what came out on the poster. And so it's a love story. It's about family. It's about making hard decisions that we all have to do.
Yes. Oh, wow.
I think it's like about coping with grief and loss.
Yes.
Because for me, the year before, I lost my brother in real life. So I think all three of
Oh,
us had some kind of
goodness.
collective.
Yeah, that could go into the
Yeah,
goodbye. Because you're
yeah.
saying goodbye. And you don't want to say goodbye.
Right.
And then he's still alive and you got to,
But he can't function.
right. So he wants to give up on his life.
What he does is he sees what's happening to his family. He knows it's breaking them. The woman he loves is,
Yeah.
I mean, she's just beating herself up.
Right.
The thing is, he doesn't have the feel to load a gun. So the only way he can do it is
Through her.
if she'll help him or not.
Yeah. And that's a big decision.
right.
It's like
For
pulling a plug.
anybody to go to. Huh?
Right.
It's like pulling a plug.
I
at the
know it.
hospital.
That's a
Yeah.
big decision. I remember when my mom was going through, they had her on the machine, and they was talking about pulling the plug, and we all decided, no, she's gonna go on her own. And the day that they was talking about it, because she was just really like just there, and so when I went to see her, and I just asked her, I said, Mom, are you ready to leave here? What do you want to do? And all I heard her say, she barely got it out, I love you, like that. And I saw this little tear come down, and I said, do you want, but at that time, she went on and left. And the nurse was telling me, she said, now, everybody else came in here, because I was out of town at a convention, and I had to fly back in, and all of my sisters and stuff was there at that time, but when I walked through the door, she said the thing just went up like that, you know. And so when I finally got in there and talked to her, she went on her own. So the nurse said, she must have been waiting on me, because I was the baby.
Yeah.
And she was living with me at that time. And so she said, she must have been waiting on you, because we was talking about pulling the plug and everything. But after she told me she loved me and the little tear came out, I said, well, okay, mother, I'm okay. And she just, when I left out of there, she said, she just went right on. So she called me, she said, she was waiting on you, because we didn't even have to pull the plug. So, you know, that is something that is hard when they ask you to pull a plug on your family members. So now this is where the goodbyes come in.
You're right, and the whole thing about it is those reactions, because we tend, especially
Yes.
people we love, we bury it, we
Yes.
want to forget it, we don't want to do
Which
that.
family member was it?
Yeah, and
Now, which family member I'm gonna be putting the plug on?
Who
Were they
wanted
good
to?
to me or were they bad to me?
yeah,
They, what,
Were they good to me or bad to me? Which one is it? Who laying in there?
It depends, right?
But know who it is.
yeah. And,
I
and
got a
then
plug
one
right
of-
here, I got a plug right here.
Yeah, one of them wanted her to stay on till her birthday. The other one said they didn't want her suffering, you know, because she was just on the breathing machine.
Yeah, let me help you. You been getting on my nerves
You
all
know.
for the last 40
But
years.
I wasn't gonna let her just lay there just like that, because she was almost, you know, going to the brain dead part. But she didn't have to pull the plug. One was fighting over letting her stay to the birthday, because her birthday was June 25th.
Okay.
And she died on June 21st. And they was, you know, but they was gonna do what they wanted. And the other one said, so I didn't know, because I was flying in, but after I got there and she saw me,
Yeah.
then she was okay. She just wanted to make sure I was okay.
All of that.
Yeah, so I didn't, but I can understand that this is so hard when you have to make that decision,
Yes.
because you don't want them to suffer.
and that's what I want you to get. There's things that people
Yes.
don't want to talk about.
Right.
They don't want to face, they don't want to
Yes.
remember. And unfortunately, like people with that type of stroke, they feel like a piece of furniture.
Right.
People won't look them in the eye, and they'll talk about them when they're sitting right there and
Like
know
that, yeah.
every word. So I made sure that she wasn't treating him that way, so that you could see the love between them.
Yes.
And when I, like I say, when I wrote that, I went down some dark holes, but it's what
Well, why did
nobody
you
wants to
write
talk-
it though? Why did you want to write something like that?
Because too many, well, I got death all over my life, and but what it is that we hear about people divorcing, we hear about
Yes.
people abusing their
Yes.
family, and we
Yes.
never think about the loving couple that is struggling just to be.
Right.
And we forget about caretakers and that, you know,
That's
she-
a thing, yes, that's
yeah,
a big thing.
And her having to do with the medicine, having to do with getting him clean, having
Yeah.
to do all that.
And that's a big job,
Right.
big job.
And that's why she feels that she's got to control this family. But,
And still take care of him.
right. And you can see the cracks. It just weighs on you.
Yeah. It does, it weighs on you. I did it with my mom. I had to take care of, change the diapers, do all of that. You know, so it does, but I thank God I didn't have to make that decision to be. So I'm excited to, I want to see this movie. You all are doing two good movies that really going to make people think. You know,
We
think.
filmed them just a few months apart.
And how long is Goodbye? How long
About
is
the
it?
same as Lotus.
About 12 minutes.
Yeah, a little
So
over.
after it come out,
It's a little
we can show that one too on the
Right,
show.
right.
To get more people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love it because, you know, these are things that a lot of times we don't talk about. We don't talk about it. I had her lay down, she wanted to talk about grief because she was grieving.
Yes.
And I would love to do another show on that because during the holidays, a lot of time we grieve. And some people don't know how to grieve.
Yes.
And they think that if I do this here, I'm not a man. If I cry, I'm all this stuff. But we grieve in our own way, you know, and we love. But I think it's good that you all are showing this, showing the love, because like you say, a lot of people divorce.
Yeah.
when they have a stroke or they leave them. You know, Kimberly had sent me this thing on TikTok or somewhere. The guy was talking, and the woman had divorced her husband, Kim, because he had cancer.
Oh,
It was
wow.
one, and she left him. She was talking all this stuff. He said, "No, you left him because you had cancer. He wasn't working your money." But you know, we have divorces like that and everything. You know, so. Even in some of the married vows, Kim don't like them where it says sickness and then what else.
Get it together.
Yeah, Kim don't want that one. So, but you know, I'm glad you all are showing these films, especially on the human trafficking part and the drug addiction, because some people think this is just, just out there on the. It's actually happening in
actually
real
happening in
life.
And I gotta say something about Cortina. Her and John hit it off at rehearsals.
Oh, good.
And they became friends. They're
Yes.
very good friends. But in the filming of it, they were a husband and wife. I mean,
Yes,
they're
absolutely.
And that's good.
You couldn't help but see the love and how they leaned on each other, even.
But because he had the stroke afterwards, so they was together in good health.
Yeah,
Then he had the stroke.
Right.
So this really proved that she loved him.
Yeah.
Because she's willing to stay with him.
and we want people to see that.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It was very
I just feel
important.
like-
I didn't know him before this.
Yes.
I didn't know him. And so I came to set the first time we met each other. It was very important. When I walked in, the first thing I did was sit beside him and I grabbed his hand and held his hand and I called him honey. And
Oh,
I
that's so
started
sweet.
catering to him. I just started bringing him water and here you go, honey. And I would touch his shoulder. And I just started immediately treating him as if this is somebody I love dearly.
Right.
And he sang. And it was like, we just had this chemistry and everything. Oh, honey. And I just began to talk to him as if he was my
And
husband.
he followed
And
suit.
that is
yeah.
so cool.
And so by the time we did this, it really felt like love. And like I just kept
Yes.
looking into his eyes like, I love you. I miss you.
Right.
And I talked to him like,
This was
you've
after
been-
the stroke, though, right?
th-
Or was this before
This
the
is
stroke?
Their whole life, but it's after the stroke.
Right.
Oh, okay, so you
Yeah,
really
so
put it
those
in after the
scenes,
stroke, yeah.
Yeah, I felt in love with him.
That is so good.
And then same with my daughter. I knew I had to come with a different relationship for her, and that I loved her too with all my heart. But I still had so much that I was going through, and I felt alone in doing that. So I had to almost be far removed. And in real life, Becca's a wonderful person, and I love her. So it was hard for me to fuss at her and get onto her,
Right.
and slap her. And at some point, I felt so bad because I got into it so much that even during a scene, I slapped her, and it stunned me so bad that I stayed in character, and I just began to tear into her and tell her and
Dang, I feel it right now,
it
too.
was intense.
Yes.
It triggered me because I was like, that's what my mom did when I was a kid.
Yeah, so you really feel it.
Yeah, it was.
So it is so true that people really have to take on that character.
Yes.
So after this here, I know we got to close, but after this, how do you feel now?
Oh gosh, I feel amazing because it's such. The story is so good. The story is so good, and I'm able to, take from that. This cast, when I tell you, I love them so much because it gave us a closeness, and so I feel like they're family to me, like a
Yes.
real family.
Yes.
And John is married. Shout out to John. He couldn't join
Shout
us
out to
tonight.
you, John. Good.
Good old John
Good.
Fennessy.
This is so
He's
good.
married, but it's like we all have such a
Yes.
deep connection
Yes.
that I love them so much.
And see, and this would really make the cast become family.
Yes.
You really do. You become family. And you see this on TV and everything, how they can get together. You actually become family because you are acting these parts. Y'all making me feel good. I'm up here really intense.
Well, you're opening yourself up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you actually do it. You take on that character,
Yes.
and that character become real in you.
Yes.
But then you have to take the character off after it's over.
Right.
And sometimes it's tough.
And it is tough.
There were times that she went out to her car because she had put so much into it.
Yeah. Did you cry when you go out there?
Yes, it was
I
draining.
know
it was
yeah,
very
draining.
draining. And
How
I was
did you sleep
exhausted.
though?
For a while, I couldn't sleep. I was in a bad mood. I treated. I went to a restaurant after and tried to eat something. I had an attitude, and it just put me in a weird, like, oh my goodness, this is not me.
Right.
I don't know why.
So you
I'm
took
feeling-
it, that counts
and
as
you
still,
should not.
yeah.
But that's how deep I went into
Went into
it.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, gosh, y'all, I can't wait. I know you all can't wait to see Goodbyes and Lotus, right? Is that how you say it? Lotus, right? So they'll be coming out soon. Beau is going to let me know when they're going to come out. And we want you all to please check both of these films out. Oh, please check them out. Beau, thank you all. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Rebecca. And you know my friend over there, Katina. Thank you
you so
all.
much.
Shout out to who? John, right? Is
John
that his
Finney.
name? John, we hate you wasn't here, but thank God that you was. Oh, y'all, I can't wait to see it. I'm getting chills thinking about it. But before we close, I do want you all to check out www.kirkinspiration.com. These are the T-shirts that my son have. Kim, would you want to go over there and get those for me? And just
Ooh, those look nice.
yes, he makes these T-shirts here, and I'll just let Kim do them for me. We'll just sit here and Kim can show. She's our model, and Kim can just show them. And those are. This is one called Holy Spirit, and he can take. You can send him something, and he can draw them up for you, and like those. That first one, you know, he's just so creative. And he also has a photo booth as well, which you all will see in a few minutes. Katrina used to it, Beau used to it. And these are some of the T-shirts that he's just so creative. I have to give it to him. And those on www.kirkinspirations.com. And the photo booth, you can rent it. We have new design photo booth. This young man can take some and make a photo booth. Y'all will see. He took an exercise machine and turned it into a photo booth, which you all will see in a few minutes. You know how they get on there and they be going through all this. He took that and made it into a photo booth. So check out our photo booth at www.thekirkbooth.com. There's so many of them he have. And we are very reasonable. Your pictures are perfect. They come out beautiful. You can even see blemishes. That's how clear they are. And we can also cover up the blemishes. What?
Shout out to Stephen.
And we got to do your birthday too. Okay. And so then, I mean, we have the ones that roll around. We have the one that's stationary. So if you want one in your shop, and we can leave it there and everything. We're very reasonable. You get all the pictures at the end of your show or whatever. Hey, check us out. You know, if you want to do your own show, we can do that for you too. So we're here. We're here to promote plays, shows, businesses, whatever, like Nettie Boo Pickles. But right now, we have a young man that was born from this young lady right over here, Kimberly, and his name is Sebron, and we want, if you could turn the music down just a little, we're going to sing Happy Birthday. Can y'all do that?
Absolutely.
Y'all are actors, so we can do that.
But I'm not a
Happy
singer,
birthday.
but I'll
Oh,
try.
well, you can pantomime it. Okay, so we're going to give a sing out to Sebron. Sebron, we love you. We're so proud of you. He's in the Navy.
He's in Japan.
And he's in Japan.
27.
And he's
Thank you for your
27
service.
today.
Wow.
So
There
one.
he is right there.
Oh, yes, there he is. He got a picture on there. That's his fiance. He's very handsome. And she's in the Army,
Right,
right?
she's in the Army.
And her other son is in the Navy. She has two sons that's in the Navy, and there they go there, the whole family. Hey, Keith.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so before we close, we're going to sing.
Tuesday night. We'll shout out.
Oh, that's right, Tuesday night for you, Keith. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sebron. Happy birthday to you. And many, many more. We love you, Sebron. And thank you all so much for coming on the show. We love you guys, and we want you all to come back anytime you want to. Katina, you know we love
Thank you so much.
We love you, and we're so proud of you with your show. We wish you well on it, and we know this is going to be good. Another shout out to you, Miss Molly. We did. I love these. The grapes, y'all gotta try these candy grape, candy apple. Go to Nettie Boo Pickle. Check her out. She's very reasonable. And hey, put your order in. May God bless you and keep you until we see you what? Face to face. All right, good night. Love you guys. Every Monday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Facebook and YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, please do it. We need your hit that little ring, bell, whatever it is, and subscribe to our show. I love you. And again, if you want to come on the show, Beau won't be on it every. But if you want to come on the show, don't be scared of the deacon, okay? We love you, Beau. All right, check us out. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, we're going to go.